Okay, well, hi you beautiful New Zealanders. Today's video is why the Treaty Principles Select Committee process was engineered to favour LUXON. Yesterday I did part 1, today is part 2. So what's in the box today? In this video I'm talking about what is the upside of the Treaty Principles Bill submission process. What should we demand from the government as a result of what's happened? And number 3, I show a short video of Jordan Peterson who explains how we're headed for civil war in New Zealand. Watch. Well, what's the upside of this whole thing? Well, it sparked vital debate about the treaty. That's one of the good things about the whole Treaty Principles Bill submission process. What Kiwis think about co-governance and the Maorification of New Zealand and the need to abolish the Maori seats. Most important of all, the need for a referendum on the treaty is being talked about more and more and even demanded. We ought to all be gunning for a referendum. Absolutely we should be. But you know what? Civil war is absolutely certain. The longer we leave it, this is a referendum, the more civil unrest, racial division, apartheid, and racism will steadily grow. The more we'll inch towards civil war. According to Jordan Peterson, the more we inch towards tribalism, which is what is happening in New Zealand, the more inevitable is civil war. Watch.
All around the world, we're raising living standards at a rate that is absolutely unparalleled in human history. We're also in danger of destabilizing our culture in the West. And I don't think that's a good idea.
Part of that problem you talk about there is what we call the identity politics.
Yes, I think that any political position that puts someone's group identity ahead of their individuality is a regression to a tribalism that will definitely become violent. Because that's what happens to tribes.
What's an example?
Do you have an example of identity politics playing that role?
Yeah.
Well, it happens every time people divide themselves into tribal groups. I mean, what we're trying to do to make peace is to bring people under the rubric of something approximating a single identity, a shared identity. And I mean, the evidence that people fight in tribes, that's the entire evidence of the human race. And the farther back you go in time, and the smaller the tribal groups become, the higher the rates of inter-tribal warfare and the higher the rates of homicide.
So civil war is absolutely certain. So New Zealand at the moment is in crisis. How so? Well, LUXON and therefore the entire National Party think the treaty is a partnership when it's not a partnership. And if someone thinks the treaty is a partnership, they will be unwittingly fueling tribalism. That's how it is. And if someone fuels tribalism, they are fueling civil war, according to Jordan Peterson. Watch.
You know, what the treaty was about was making sure there was a relationship between Crown and iwi. It's treated as akin to a partnership, whether it's formally defined as such, doesn't really matter. It is essentially a partnership. And what that has actually meant and what each party's obligations to each other are is what we've been working through as a country over the last 180 or so years. And we will continue to work through. And that's why Waitangi is so important, because it is an opportunity where there'll be further discourse, debate, discussion, challenge, provocation, and that's all good.
The treaty has never been a partnership and never will be. In the description of this video is a piece by a New Zealand judge, Judge Anthony Willey, who analyses how the treaty came to be viewed by activists as a partnership and how wrong is this understanding of the treaty. I'll put Judge Willey's analysis in the description of this video. In thinking the treaty is a partnership, LUXON has aligned himself with Maori activists. He doesn't realise this, but that's what he's done. Because he thinks the treaty is a partnership, he is unwittingly promoting, strengthening tribalism. He doesn't know it, but that's what he's doing. Anytime Maori is singled out or given special favour by the government, which is what's happening constantly, tribalism is being furthered. And therefore, so is our march towards civil war. Do you get it? For example, Maori were given $800 million in the last budget. That is a move towards civil war. That's fueling tribalism. Here's another example. In Hamilton recently, Maori had a special health facility built for them. That's fueling tribalism. Special Maori-only fishing areas, Maori wards, giving the coastline to Maori under customary title, the existence of Maori seats in Parliament, the Waitangi Tribunal, which has morphed into an activist organisation, and much, much more. All these initiatives, these realities, are fueling tribalism, and therefore they are fueling civil war, according to Jordan Peterson. We have produced a flyer which details all the ways successive governments have and are unwittingly fueling this tribalism. The current national government under LUXON are literally propelling us towards civil war. I've made a whole series of videos showing how Chris has aligned himself with Maori activists. And I've put a link to this series in the description of this video so you can watch that series. So what's the alternative to tribalism? According to Jordan Peterson, the opposite to tribalism is a shared identity. Well, what does that mean? It's democracy. It's one law for all. It's equal rights for all. It's all people being treated equally before the law. Which, ironically, is what David Seymour in his Treaty Principles Bill is on about. Seymour is pulling us back from the brink. LUXON is inching us towards it. You get it? We've got one or the other. We have to choose which way do we want to go. So the big question is, how do we avert civil war? Well, there's only one way. What's that? As I have said, hold a binding referendum. But there's a warning here. David Seymour must be in charge of the wording of this referendum. Why? Well, wording is everything. Look how much trouble arguing over the meaning of words has developed over the treaty. We will not, and we must not, make the same mistake with the wording of a referendum on the treaty. And isn't that the truth? Okay guys, that's enough for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Now we need your help with something. This is important. We have produced some great flyers and brochures which we want to get into the hands of all New Zealanders. So we need to go around the mainstream media. They're not going to help. In fact, they're making things a lot worse. So we have to go around them. And we need your help to make this happen. We can't do this without you. So what are we talking about? First, there is our business cards. They're only 3 cents each plus courier to get them to you. Then there is our latest booklet called The Psychology of Takeover, 19 strategies Maori activists are using to take over the country. It's 80 pages and packs a huge punch. So they're cheap, they're $3, and they're absolutely fantastic if you want to get a handle on what's actually happening in New Zealand. Then we have a few thousand of our original Stop Co-Governance booklets left over from my tour in 2023. Remember these? You'll remember we printed 550,000 of these. Well, these are now free because we realized that only about a third of New Zealand houses got this booklet last when I did my tour, and so we want to get to the other 2/3. So if you do a few streets around where you live, that would be absolutely phenomenal, and they are free now. Then we have our MACA, that's Marine and Coastal Act brochure 2, which alert people to the loss of our beaches. You know, we're in danger of losing all the beaches around New Zealand. The text is written by Graham Adams, who's a great author. These are now free. And then we have our beautiful bumper sticker, which we've just made. And why are we doing this? Well, New Zealand's identity is under threat. We know that. First activists have and are still trying to change the name of New Zealand to Aotearoa. We don't want that. We must oppose this. This is rubbish. Where's the referendum saying that we want to change the name of the country? There was none. It was just forced on us. Second, Maori sovereignty flags are appearing more and more all over the place, and they're just treason. So we've got to get these bumper stickers out. So we've printed some awesome bumper stickers. They're $3 each, and they measure 21.5 by 6.5, so you can see how big that would be on your car. To get any of these free products, all you need to do is pay for the courier to get them to you. For the products that cost something, like the bumper stickers or the little psychology booklet, it's the cost plus the courier to get them to you. So to order any of these products, just use this email address, cards@stopcogovernance.kiwi, and we'd love to hear from you. Finally, if you want to access all the videos we've ever made, including all our most viewed and most popular videos, and have them all in one place, which is what people are asking for, then just type in this address into your browser. There it is there, https www.youtube.com/@stopcogovernance, and you'll find it goes straight to our channel. Then what you do is save this address to your computer as a favorite. Job done. Well done. Then you've got them all in one place forever. And all the new ones that are coming in get placed into that address, so you won't miss anything. Okay, last thing, please, oh please, don't forget to subscribe. When you subscribe, you'll get the latest videos straight into your inbox. You'll never miss a video, which is great. You'll link up with like-minded people all over New Zealand, and that's very, very stimulating to have meet up with all these people who think like you. You'll be telling YouTube, I like these videos, and they will respond by advertising our videos to more Kiwis for free. It's incredible what they do, but it just relies on you replying to comments and making comments and liking things and sharing things and activity. That's what it is. It's just activity on our channel. And turning New Zealand around is simply a matter of reaching more Kiwis with the truth. So just click on the subscribe button on the bottom right hand side of your screen. The little yellow arrow is showing you where it is, and you'll be subscribed. Okay, see you next time. You guys are awesome.